Well, President Biden's Office of Management and Budget nominee, Neera Tanden, faces an ever-narrowing path to confirmation as a growing list of senators announced they will not support her. The controversy stemming from her past tweets, she deleted over 1,000 recently, like this one from 2018 calling Susan Collins the worst. She would have liked to have had Susan Collins vote for her. And this one from 2019 when she wrote Stacey Abrams just called McConnell Moscow Mitch. Love it. Here with reaction, Fox News contributor and Independent Women's Voice president, Tammy Bruce. Tammy, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Steve.
You know, and then there was another one. She said vampires have more heart than Ted Cruz, among others. She bashed Republicans left and right. That's why she went ahead and deleted 1,000. Now, because Joe Manchin said, nope, can't support her, she needs one Republican.
Yeah.
Can they find one Republican she has not insulted?
Well, in all likelihood, probably so. But this is the ultimate politician. That's what these nominees really are. But some of the complaint that we've been hearing is that it's because of her race and her gender is why her nomination is in trouble. That is the most racist and sexist thing you can say, because you're arguing here that they shouldn't be asking hard questions. They shouldn't be pointing their finger. They shouldn't be, they're just being mean. The fact is, many people of color and many women have gone through the Senate confirmation process and have been fine, right? But this is, I think people should realize this isn't just a kind of a section of politics. This is about identity politics. And the entire point of identity politics, Steve, is so that you can argue that certain people shouldn't have to answer questions, that certain people need to be treated differently. And that, again, goes into this argument, which is the sexist, racist argument, that those certain types of people need to be handled with kid gloves when they, in fact, can handle that arena. Ms. Tanden clearly is a political person. She has decided to handle her politics a certain way, and now she wants a bigger job. When she was first nominated, I recall that there was this argument that she was not going to get confirmed because she had insulted so many senators. Right. But what about not confirming someone like Merrick Garland, who argued that the Portland attack on the courthouse by Antifa was not an insurrection because the courthouse was closed? I mean, right. This is about, it should be more about whether or not senators were insulted and where these people stand and if they're competent.
Yeah, well, and to your point about Merrick Garland, yesterday he was asked by Josh Hawley, should illegal border entry remain a crime, which is a yes or no question. And he goes, I haven't really thought about that. I don't know. It's pretty easy. Right. As Attorney General, you either prosecute lawbreakers or you don't. But then again, his boss, Joe Biden, wants to do something with immigration. So that is, that's still out. Jen Psaki said, she tweeted this about Neera Tanden. Accomplished policy expert, would be first Asian American woman to lead the OMB, has lived experience and benefited from a number of federal programs as a kid, looking ahead to the committee votes this week and continuing to work toward her confirmation. Behind the scenes, wow. It sounds like the administration's already looking for a replacement, although as early as late as yesterday, they did double down. Nope, she's our one and only nominee, but it does not look good.
Yeah. Well, I think they're looking like your first question is there a Republican who can flip over? We know, of course, that Republicans can't be counted on when it comes to the real serious issues of dealing with something like this. And that's unfortunate. But the fact is, if that was the criteria, that we benefited from a federal program, my family was on welfare for a period of time growing up. My mother had a difficult time. But then that means that millions of people should be the manager of the OMB. When it takes a real competency and some background, because the argument is there's no reason why she should be that person. There's no general or specific expertise. And it's not about, getting a federal assistance does not make you an expert on how to run the federal budget. I mean, Americans deserve better. We've deserved better for decades. And I wish that certainly we'd have a stronger position against people who might not be best in that office. And because there's a lot of talent in this country. The Democrats can't seem to find it, though.
Yeah, well, once again, Twitter strikes. Let's see what happens to her nomination. Tammy,
That's
thank you
right.
very much. Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Steve.
All right.